We sure look forward to our Word of the Day segment on Friday because we get to chat with Debbie Georgianni. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Tim and Ron. So good to be here on this Friday. I love Fridays, as you know.
I know you do.
Who doesn't?
I know. I just love Fridays.
You
I don't
approach
know why.
Fridays with zeal.
Yeah. And we have the Spirit World tomorrow, so it's not like I have the weekend off. But I just love Fridays. I think it's from going to Catholic school, just getting out of school early on Fridays and just getting home and hanging out with the neighborhood kids. So brings me back to those days. But zeal, yes, great word for today, great reflection. I just wanted to say, though, that this idea of when a person is invested in their faith, when a person takes seriously the gift of faith, when they develop the relationship with Jesus, it becomes something that is so part of their being. It becomes a part of them. It's woven within them in many areas, many layers of their soul. And so when things happen to the church, or when there's a disrespect or a blasphemy or sacrilege or something that's an attack on Christianity, if we are, hurt or insulted or offended, that's a good thing. That means that you care. That means that you are really getting closer and closer to God. We came from God. We are meant to get back to God. It's really that simple. But we make it difficult because we try to look for all these things that are going to somehow, achieve that or get us there or something, when it really is our intention, our will, our effort to get close to God. He rushes towards us. He wants to be with us. He wants us. He wants 100% of us. And that's why it's so important that we trust in Jesus. We trust that God has things covered. We absolutely dive deep with God. It's so important. There's too many shallow swimmers of Christianity in this world. There just are. It is. It's just a reality. And it's unfortunate because we all have to stand in judgment someday, every one of us individually. And it's going to be, we have to give an account. And it's important that we give it our 100% plus. And so to have the zeal, and a real true zeal for the faith, for God, and then to really develop that and continue that, that's just going to get us closer and closer to God on this side of the veil. And then God willing, when we pass, it's just a blink of the eye and we're into Jesus's arms. It's really that simple.
It is, but I'll tell you what, it's a difficult thing to achieve, and we have to work on our zeal. It's not something that we could just take for granted. We have to exercise that. You made a great point. We may lose sight of Jesus. We may lose sight of God, but he never loses sight of us. Mm-hmm. We're always in his sight.
Yep, absolutely. And the beauty of it is that, the little bit we give to God, and we really should give a lot more than that. I'm speaking for myself as well. But if we give a tiny bit, he is so grateful for that. And that's the love that is coming our way, the graces that are just flowing towards us. I mean, when you really get into the mystical side of the relationship with God, it's mind-blowing. And the only reason I started to get into that is several years back, I really got interested in the Byzantine Rite. And so I started diving deep in that area. And boy, oh boy, do they really know how to capture the mystical side of the understanding of God and the relationship with God. And when you start to go in that direction, it is just incredible. And it's something that you can never go back from. You just keep going forward. And the closer you get these little glimpses God gives you of what it's going to be like in heaven. And it's pretty incredible. So yeah, I'm kind of speaking from my own walk in life. And so it's an interesting journey, but I just think that sometimes the world is telling us, hey, just be an observer, be a spectator, sit on the sidelines. No, we got to get in the game.
Absolutely. What a great reflection and a reminder of how important zeal is in terms of a virtue. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need to exercise that and really think about that. That's a word that we should probably come up in our consciousness, through the day.
Yeah. Well, when I think of zeal, I think of Mother Angelica.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. All right, Debbie, again, a wonderful reflection. So glad to have you on. Noon today, what are you guys doing?
The Real Presence. And it's actually Jerry's final show for a couple weeks until he gets situated at seminary. So.
All right. Well, we'll be sure to tune in at high noon today and, of course, 11 o'clock tomorrow with the Spirit World. What can we look forward to there?
Oh, you don't want to be the weakest link in your family.
All right, terrific. Debbie Georgianni, everybody, thanks for joining us for Morning Offering. Have a terrific weekend.